welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, Bit Committer.
My name is Tori, the entrepreneur Thompson.
My name is Tyler. There's nothing over there. Mathieson.
So sharks, I'm honored to be here.
Yes. Hello,
in
welcome.
front of you today.
Let's talk numbers.
Okay, 7.
That's
like
a pretty
that
good
number.
one.
That's a pretty
All
good
right.
number.
It's
Awesome.
a prime number, if you didn't know.
I don't think that's true.
No,
Means
it
it's only
literally is
divisible
true.
by itself
yeah, it's
in
only
one.
divisible by itself in one. It's a prime number.
Look, you think dogs can do calculus. I don't want your input on any math-based issues.
So
here,
okay, I didn't mean to get us off course. Sharks.
Yes.
I have come here to pitch a product that has been just stuck in my mind for so long, and I finally decided to make it a thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So let me
you're-
tell you about my beautiful product. Don't you hate when you're hungry, but you don't want to overstuff yourself, or you're pushing hard at the office, or maybe you just got out of the gym and you're not ready to, fill yourself up with a sandwich or a salad yet?
Oh, totally.
What if there was a way you could make your stomach feel full and get all of the nutrients you need from any liquid on the planet?
it
Now,
sounds like
that's
you're
where-
describing Huel.
It
Is
sounds
this
like
just
you're
Huel?
describing
You would think.
Gatorade.
Look, Huel is nice. You get some nutrients from it, and it's a nice, convenient soylent, right? You can drink it. But what if you could turn any liquid on the planet into that soylent that you need to sustain your life? Now, what I'm describing to you is my new product, Thickwid. Okay, this is a vitamin a vitamin powder, some type of nutrient rich powder that you can put into any liquid, and it will immediately thicken it to a smoothie consistency. So you not only feel full, you are getting all the nutrients you need. You want to add it to some Powerade? Boom. You want to add it to some soup broth? Boom. There you go. A glass of water? There you go. And you got yourself a meal. All right. So I am asking. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. All right. I'm reclaiming my time. Mark Cuban. God, you're a fucking tool. All right. Sorry.
I don't see
Clearly,
how
I'm
this
looking at the
bodes-
other sharks. Clearly, I'm looking at the other sharks.
I see
Mark
how
is
this
out.
bodes well for you. I see how this
I am
bodes
asking
I
for.
would love to see one of the presenters be like, "Fuck you, Mark Cuban." All right, everybody else.
well. Fuck you, Barbara. I don't want your money.
Barbara, shut the fuck up. I didn't even want you anyway, you hag. All right.
I wish I was on an episode without you, to be honest.
Oh, the
So-
British guy is here. Get him out. Ugh.
I am asking for $57 million
Oh, wow.
Jesus,
to
fuck.
be 3% of this company. And once
That's-
again, let me hit you with this pitch. Ready? Thickwid, make a meal of it.
I mean, I think you got to the tagline and didn't think anything past that.
What do you mean I didn't think past? How have I not thought past it?
You're just describing like gelatin.
Does gelatin make things nutrient rich? Don't think it does.
It doesn't.
They
It doesn't.
can.
It sounds like what you've made is vitamin jello. You've made vitamin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
No.
made vitamin
What I've
pudding.
made is I've made the tool that will allow you to make everything in the world vitamin jello. Anything you want.
I'll give you $100 million.
Yes.
I don't even want a percentage in the company.
You
I
weren't
don't.
going to get any, Mark.
I don't even want a percentage of the company. I'll just give you $100 million for free. Can we call it like VitaPure? Because
Thickwid.
I'm just concerned about the name Thickwid.
Thickwid is integral to the brand, okay?
Okay.
Thickwid, make a meal of it. It's a
Okay.
package deal.
I'm offering you $100 million for nothing in return to just change the name.
Why didn't
to,
you
like-
offer yourself a salad every once in a while, Mark? You've looked better, okay?
What the fuck?
Fucking Christ. Okay, other sharks. Do we have any other offers?
I will offer you 70 million, which is 5 million under your asking price, and you get to keep the name.
What do you want in return?
Like, 2%.
What?
Great.
That's under.
No, it's done. Deal done. Deal done. Nailed it.
Wow. Hey, real quick question. Have you been in the Shark Tank before? Do you know how this
No,
operates?
I'm the celebrity guest.
Oh, wow.
I'm Taylor Swift.
Wow. Yeah. You made a bad move right there. I'll just.
Why do they have Kevin Hart on the show every once in a while? What's up with that?
Kevin Hart is like fully rebranding himself as an entrepreneur. Like,
Is he
as
really?
Like, as like a business mogul, like full rebrand, owning his
my
own
God.
company, owns his own entertainment. You know, he's trying to.
Honestly, really smart move on his part to step away from comedy.
Really
Because
just
he wasn't good at that.
Yeah.
I think
and
it's
comedians from his era don't have a really good track record right now, do they?
honestly, he can only do so many movies with The Rock before he's like, I kind of want some money too. And he sees The Rock being like, sure, The Rock owns a fucking tequila brand now. I guess that. So he's like, you know what? Fuck this. Acting is dumb. I just want money.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best way to make money? Have money.
I hate how true that is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Tori,
Yeah.
I like, let's play a little bit of inside baseball here, Tori.
Sure. Yeah. I love baseball.
What prompted Thickwid? Why'd you think of that?
Yeah, let's step back a bit. Bigger picture.
Bigger
The honest
picture-
answer is because I get hungry, but I don't want to eat.
It sounds like you're just interested in the concept of a light snack, like maybe some maybe some apple slices, perhaps.
I'm not a fucking infant. I know about snacks, Tyler.
Really? Because it doesn't seem like you did. If you went through all the trouble of Thickwid when you could just have some peanut butter.
Tyler, you drink Huel all the time. You know the benefits of having a nutrient-rich beverage you could consume. I wanted to take all the benefits of something like a Huel or something like that, and I wanted to make it so that you could do it to any drink.
Okay, but are we talking about a solid or a liquid? Or are we talking about a slurry?
I am glad you asked, Tay. We're talking
Oh,
about
God.
a Thickwid. Make
Okay,
a meal of it.
I get that. So is it like a smoothie consistency for anything?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're calling someone a dickwad. Like Thickwid just sounds too close to dickwad.
Thickwid. How do you not love that name? I am astonished that we're even having this conversation.
No, it's
Thickwid. It's so good.
Thickwid sounds like what comes out of your urethra when you have chlamydia.
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of does,
Ew.
doesn't it?
It really
yes,
does.
it's a very stinky name.
Uh-huh.
How do you spell
But like, hey, but what
Thickwid?
about when I say it like this? Thickwid, make a meal of it. How do you like that?
Ew.
It sounds sexual in nature, and I simply don't like it.
But it's because you can make a meal out of any liquid.
I get the
Okay.
Okay, well,
No, we-
sounds like you don't.
No,
Otherwise, you'd love it.
no.
So
Now,
Can you give me a bit more of a picture? So Thickwid is a powder that comes in, I'm assuming, like a little pouch, right?
yeah,
It comes in a Batman utility belt only. You have to have the
you
little
have
like,
to wear a big utility. Yeah, you have to have a sort of bandolier on at all times with little hoppers.
Say,
with the capsules you like throw in your Powerade.
Yeah.
so say I have one of these packets and I dump
Sure.
it into apple juice. What
Yeah.
happens?
The apple juice becomes thick and is nutrient rich.
Okay. But like,
Have you done R&D? Is this like developed, or are you just pitching? This is
No,
like,
that's why I
are you in
needed
the tank?
$57 million.
You just like the idea. You think it sounds
More
like a
of
good
an
idea.
idea. Yeah, it's more of an idea at this point.
we're still in the research part. We haven't quite hit development.
Do you have any researchers involved in this?
Yes, Tori.
Yeah, I'm gonna hire some now that I have.
Oh yeah, I've
capital.
done market research. Thickwid, make a meal of it.
Yeah, I went around at a mall and started saying that to people, and they were like, "Oh, okay."
They kind of were into my I pitched them, like I set up a kiosk at the mall and I said, now how would you like it if you could get nutrient, vitamin dense food from any liquid with just a simple powder? And they're like, I don't believe you. And you're like, well, I don't have it yet, but do you think it's a cool concept? Like, do you like that idea?
You know, the marketing kind of works by itself too, because you could just run a campaign that's like #thicket, and people can post like, I thicked my apple juice.
I
thicked
know. See,
my
now it's
apple
more.
juice."
Now it's more sexual in nature. Now we've elevated the sexual nature of it. It sounds like
Hey, sex sells.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like, okay, add hot people in a dark, like one of those like black box gyms, you know, like in like fucking like Nike commercials where it's like weirdly dark for being in a gym. Lots of contrast, okay? And like we kind of do like Gatorade style where we're like seeing the sweat pour from them. And then someone like kind of like inches a little bit closer and like dumps a powder on their forehead that they're sweating from. And then we see the sweat congeal and then they lick it off of them. And then they say, Thickwood, make a meal of it. And, and they slurp, they like lick head to toe the sweat off of this person's body.
Question.
Yes. I can't see what questions you would have. It sounds
no,
fucking
this isn't
perfect.
about the commercial. This is about the product again.
Okay.
I have a popsicle. I let the popsicle melt. And then I use Thickwood.
What don't you understand about any liquid? You could use the water from a fishbowl.
It seems like you're just confused about the concept of a liquid now, Tay.
No, it's just because so many different liquids have different viscosities. So does it make it a different viscosity? Like
they're all going to be a little bit different, but they're going to be thick and they're going to be nutrient rich.
Okay, I understand now.
I think I couldn't get Bear Grylls in on that of like, oh, you get lost in the wilderness. All you have is like lake water or something that you find, but you pour some Thickwood in it and that's a survival thing. Oh, you have to miss lunch because you're crunching at work. Oh, well, I poured in my coffee, Thickwood. Make a meal of it.
Hold on. I'm glad that you went with the Bear Grylls lake water instead of Bear Grylls piss Thickwood.
Thickwood piss. Thickwood piss, Tori.
Thickwood piss.
This is what you've done.
You're not pissing out a steak dinner. You're pissing out the drink you had.
Until now. Thickwood, make a meal of it.
Thickwood, make a meal
Piss out
of
a
it.
steak dinner.
I wonder if that would confuse the body a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It'd be like,
what
are you doing?
Never-ending recycling of...
It's like when you photocopy something a million times and the end product is just this unintelligible mass.
I think it's more of, Tori's created more of a Theseus's ship, where if you're more piss than man, are you still the same man? If you're just full of Thickwood, if you've replaced all internal, like, fluids with Thickwood, are you still the same being that you were before the Thickwood?
The blood in my veins is Thickwood.
Oh.
That's what I'm really concerned about.
Yeah,
is that if I like got
happen.
Thickwood in a cut, like if I cut myself and accidentally got Thickwood in it, is this safe? Or is
it also acts as like battlefield trauma response by
there we go.
Soaking up the blood of a bullet wound.
And then you can eat it if you're like stuck waiting for the the help helicopter is what they call it.
Sergeant, call the help helicopter.
And if you're hungry, we made a meal of it.
Now, with this lake water, are you also envisioning that this product purifies dirty water, like contaminated water sources?
I'll tell you that it makes it nutrient rich.
Okay, great. My tapeworm is now nutrient rich.
Yeah, do you think that the nutrient richness of Thickwood cancels out all of the toxins and parasites in the lake water?
I think it makes a meal of it.
I see.
If that answers your question.
Sure,
no, I think it's Thickwood.
Here's my last question with this, Tori.
Sure.
Is the Thickwood flavored, or does it just take on the flavor of the liquid that you're thickwifying?
That's what I'm going to have to run some R&D on, because I'm not sure if you necessarily... I'm not sure how universal it gets if you start putting flavors there, where it's like if you only grab like one or two of them, toss them in your pocket for your whole day, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm going to have to skip lunch and I've got a really big presentation due at work. I'm going to make a Thickwood out of my coffee, but all I have is strawberry flavored Thickwood.
How does that transfer over?
Yeah, that's not going to be great. But if it's flavorless, then you're just drinking some thick coffee.
Cool. I have a scenario that I want to run by you.
Thick coffee. No, that's not.
Yeah.
Ouch. Is it still hot?
Tyler, what do you think a frappe is?
Yeah, but like I can't imagine like Thickwood coffee. It's still hot. It didn't cool it down. So like drinking thick hot coffee, like you're just essentially drinking fucking tar at that point.
Yeah, but it tastes like coffee, which is
It's
a yummy
nutrient.
taste.
It's
It's
nutrient.
nutrient dense. What don't you get about this? You can make a meal of it.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
You take a steak and you wring it out, and all that juice, you thickify
Take
that, then fry
Any
it again.
liquid.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, imagine that.
Oh, Tay's going more for like the Gordon Ramsay recipe book of what you can do with thickwood.
With thickwood,
Oh,
yeah.
you're trying to find the grossest possible uses.
No, that wouldn't be gross. You're just taking the nice juicy juice of the steak, thickifying it, and then frying that. Like you pour enough thickwood
Thank you
in
for
it.
using the proper verbiage and saying thickifying it.
Yeah. So you take that juice, you thickify it, but not just with one packet. It's like 2 or 3, so it becomes a gelatin, and then you slice steaks of that and you fry it.
Okay, whoa, chill out, Bobby Flay. Like
Let's
one thing at a
let's
time.
invent how these work first.
Before we start putting together the fucking Rachel Ray step by step.
Okay, we should move on, but I do want to say thank you for investing $70 million for 2% of the company.
Absolutely. Anytime.
I would give you 100 million more if you just changed the name.
So, question for you two. Is there a bit, or is there potential for a bit to carry to your grave? Like, if there was a bit that you started, do you think you could carry it to the grave?
Is it a bit that I do for myself or like a bit that like
any-
me and Tyler do to each other or something like that?
More, yes, just yes in general, just a bit.
Could I do it?
Yes.
Oh, easy. It wouldn't even be a
Tyler
question.
will do it. Regardless, Tyler will be doing it.
Can you think of one that's worthy of that though?
You see, but the fun part,
I know you can't think of a bit in the moment, right? But like, do you think there's the potential for that?
Yeah, 100%. There's 100%.
Okay.
Just like fully just lying to someone about something so simple.
I have a friend.
The doctors, they're like, "Are you allergic to this medication?" And you're like, "Nope."
Got him.
Got him. Good bit.
So good.
I have a friend who shared with me the magnum opus of any bit that they've created. And
boy.
I got permission to share it with you boys. So this person found a sale on Amazon for Paw Patrol MP3 players. Bought 13 of them. And on each one, there is a recording of their voice leading to the next one in a treasure hunt style fashion.
Ooh.
That's fun. It's geocache.
Audio logs like a video game.
So they're going to bury them around the town that they live in and give the first one to someone at like a convention or something and send them on the chase of a lifetime, right?
No, that's good.
However,
Uh-oh.
There's an explosive device at the last one. It's a
No,
trip
no.
mine.
the last one is just an audio recording of someone saying, "You lost the game."
Oh.
And then
So
a
it's
wet
just-
fart.
And then just unsatisfying, no ending.
Yes.
They'll never know what they did wrong.
And if they don't get the chance to hand out the first MP3 player at like a convention or something, they're going to hand it to their next of kin on their deathbed.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's the problem, though, is that, like, logistically, the MP3s might not work anymore. They might deteriorate so badly in the ground.
Not Paw Patrol ones.
They build those to last.
Yeah, not if they're also like in a container. Just plug them back in, charge them
Yeah,
up a bit.
idiot. If it's in a Ziploc baggie, it's going to be fine, you dumb idiot.
Yeah, no, the batteries definitely won't deteriorate and the acid won't destroy it from the inside. But what do I know? What do I
Not
know?
if you get the freezer bags because they're extra thick. Idiot.
Also,
Regardless of
like,
that.
they're lithium ion. They're gonna be fine.
Yeah, they're Energizer. They got the bunny. Idiot. Dumb thing to even say, Tyler.
I agree. It was a very dumb thing for me to say. Regardless of all that, I still think it might be a better payoff to put an explosive device on the last one.
Sure, okay.
Okay.
That's a good bit right there. The one where you commit murder.
Well, if you're already dead, like, What are they gonna do?
Well, you might,
Are
you
you-
might, but you might not be.
Are you a murderer if you die first?
No.
Or is that just an unfortunate accident then?
Like, if they give it to someone at a convention, who's to prove that they were the one that gave it out? Who's to prove they put the tripwire there? No one. No one can
I'm
prove it.
I'm a little upset that you went straight to violence with this, but I'm also intrigued.
Maybe okay. Realistically, not an explosive device. What if it was like a comical boot attached to like a string on a stick, and when you pulled up the last one, it came down, kick you right in the nuts, real hard.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Came down, kick you right in the nuts.
What if on the last Paw Patrol MP3 there was an audio file of the failed moon mission speech?
Oh, what you could just say anything on the last file, and then you could lead them into a greater bit. You could just say some random shit like, yeah, the moon landing was fake, 100%. Here's JFK. Yep, we faked it. And that's it. And then you just leave it at that.
Just have it connect to some grand conspiracy theory.
And then they're fully going to believe, like, holy shit, like, I mean, all the effort that it took, like, it has to be real.
Yeah, no one would have buried these Paw Patrol MP3 players.
Why would they have done it on
It all has to
Paw
mean
Patrol
something.
ones?
They did it on purpose.
There's no way I could have dedicated the last 27 years of my life to figuring this out.
It can't be for nothing. Yeah.
Whoa.
See, that's how you know it's
the last Paw Patrol MP3 player must be on the back of the Declaration of Independence. My dad said that there were all these clues, but I didn't listen to him. I knew I had to find it.
I don't know enough Paw Patrol lore to like fully get in on how this relates to the Paw Patrol fandom, maybe. The Paw Patrol fandom? Does the Paw Patrol have a fandom like how like My Little
Probably.
Pony did?
No, not like that.
Okay. Just making
At least
sure.
not. At least not one.
Nothing
as
will ever be like
notable.
that.
Nothing will ever be like that ever again. It was a dark period in our in our species history.
Honestly, like, that's a lot of work to maintain that lifetime bit. Like, it's
yeah,
front
it's
loaded.
a commitment.
It's
I
certainly
something you
respect
gotta
the
work
hell
at.
out of it. Yeah, I respect the hell out of it.
Look, Tyler,
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
practice.
no.
Doing
You don't
bits is a practice, not a mastery,
No,
okay?
I don't
You got to
think you
work
guys-
every day.
I don't think you guys understand. They have them all ready to go. They just have to bury them.
Yeah, but that's the hardest part, though, isn't it? You got
True.
to shovel for that long.
True. True.
That's what
Like,
you're worried about is like, yeah, but honestly, are they going to spend the better part of an afternoon shoveling? Don't think so.
Well, they're not. They're doing it at 12 different locations.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, are they like?
They
It
don't all
can't
have
just
to
be
be
in
buried,
one
though.
fucking town.
Yeah,
you know?
true. They don't have to all be buried. They can just be like tucked in a fence or something.
How fucking this is like an ill-guided one though, because like it's so easy for like a squirrel to just find one if you put one in a tree and then boom, it's gone forever.
You think the squirrel is going to take a Paw Patrol MP3?
Squirrels are evil bastards. They'll take literally anything if it's on the ground.
True.
I think the sheer work you're putting into it.
Yeah,
it's commendable.
absolutely. And for a $30 investment, that's how much they paid for the Paw Patrol MP3 players, by the way. That's really good return on investment.
Sorry, $30 for all 13 of them?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
Tyler might be right. They aren't surviving.
No. The build quality on these Paw Patrol MP3 players.
There's
Come
an
on.
Amazon flash sale.
It's the Apple Paw Patrol iPad.
I feel like I'd rather do one. It's got to be for someone's life you can control. So it's got to be your child.
Okay.
So cuz you can control every aspect of a kid's life if they're
I am
your kid.
so afraid of you becoming a parent. Every fucking time we come up with something for like gaslighting or a bit or anything like that, the first thing you jump to every time is, yeah, well, when I have kids, I'm going to gaslight the shit out of them.
Well, it's because you can control their life. So it makes the bit so much more like you can really like they don't get outside information.
they
Can.
can't
Otherwise.
escape the bit.
The operative word here is can.
So What I would like to do is something it's totally harmless. It's just a really funny one in my eyes, where I just like to convince them that toasters aren't a thing. If you want to make bread, no one's made a better way to do it other than putting it on the stove. You have to, if you want toast, you gotta put it on a skillet in the stove.
To be fair, it is more tasty when you do it that way. Because you can just put the butter down.
Oh,
And
but
then
it's a
swirl
real
it
bitch.
around.
It's a real bitch.
It is a real
It
bitch.
is a bitch and a half to do all the time. Just for toast?
Now imagine if a child grew up not knowing there was an easier way. Like their whole life, they go through. Because when would it be introduced to them? You know, like
A sleepover.
Well, that's when it's easy. You don't let the kid go to any sleepovers ever, and you just say that you're worried about their safety. But are you not going to have any other small appliances like that? Like, does coffee have to be made in like a percolator, or are you going to have a coffee machine?
No, it's just the toaster. It's like
But
just
they
the
would
one thing.
assume, right? Like they would assume that there's probably something for that.
I'm actually on board with Tyler here.
If you never bring it up.
If the kid has no introduction to a toaster, they will never know one exists.
How would they ever know if no one ever introduced the concept of
Wait.
like bread being toasted in an easier way to them?
You have to curate their YouTube and media choices as well, because toast in a toaster is all over the place in like movies, shows, YouTube, everything.
Science fiction. It's a movie. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's movie magic. What are you gonna watch Tom Cruise make bread on the stove for 8 minutes? No, you're not gonna do that. So yeah, they have like Hollywood cheap tricks.
So they're gonna be watching like the Bourne Ultimatum when he sticks the magazine in the toaster, and they're gonna be like, "Dad, what's that?" And you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's just a movie. Don't worry. It's like an explosive device."
You know what's even more fucked up about this is if you convince this kid that nothing like that has ever existed and it's science fiction, they're gonna go out of their way to quote invent the toaster and
It'd be really
so
funny.
proud of themselves. And what do
That's
you
already
do?
copyrighted, you son of a bitch. You fucking idiot.
Fucking gotcha, dumbass.
My life's work. Dad, it's
like
ruined.
38. Yeah. You
What,
should raise. I want you to have a kid just as an experiment. Like I know there's like some Australian movie or something like that the whole premise is that the parents are like gaslighting the kids with weird stuff like that, where they convince them like when they see a plane flying, it's actually like a really small thing that's really close to them rather than a big thing far away. Or like they'll put fish in the pool in the backyard and just convince them that like this is where fish come from. Let's catch them and eat dinner. You should do shit like that to your kids.
See,
I want to see what happens to a brain that broken.
Yeah, you see that would be a horrible thing to do, but a little bit funny.
At least you acknowledge it's horrible.
A little bit funny.
But probably a lot of bit fun.
Probably
I don't know
quite
if
a bit
like
funny.
there's a lot of mini things you could do which would be fun, but yeah, I think just honing in on really harmless shit. Like, yeah, no one's like, this is how you make bread, toast. This is how it happens. Like, they're like, could we use the oven? And it's like, yeah, you certainly could, but what, you want to preheat it, stick it in there, wait 15 minutes? The stove, the flame is the fastest way to do it. There's
and
not
don't
a better
you
way.
fucking dare try to put it in the microwave, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, that's just going to make it soggy and bad.
But when they're not there, let's say they're at school and you're fixing for some toast.
No,
Would
I
you have
also
a
have to
toast?
live that life. I got to live
Okay.
that life. They can't find it. Like, there's too much.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the commitment. That okay, wait, that's really funny though. If like one night the kid is like home alone or whatever and notices like one of the kitchen cabinet or drawers are slightly ajar and they pull it open and see a toaster, like their whole worldview would just fucking crumble in that moment.
It wouldn't, because they would have no idea.
They're digging through your bedroom or whatever, and like they open up your drawer, and instead of finding sex toys, it's like toasters.
There's a fucking
Like all this mysterious
Black and
music.
Decker in there.
It's like really good ones.
All this like mysterious music starts playing. They're like, no, it can't be.
No, you see, it wouldn't do anything because they wouldn't know what a toaster is.
They'd be, what the hell is
no.
this thing?
Yeah.
No, but in that moment, we're also considering that they've seen it in like TVs and movies and stuff.
Not
And, like,
enough.
you've told
It's
them
too
that
much
it's
of a
science
passing
fiction.
thought. You know, it's too much of a passing thought where it just wouldn't register. They'd open it and be like, what the fuck? How the fuck? What is this thing? Is this like a weird,
True.
weird kind of like
True,
sex
true.
contraption? Like, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? And then they're going to like take a picture of it, like post it on social media. Like, does anyone know what the fuck this is?
What is this? r/what is this thing?
Yeah. People are going to be like, no one's going to answer seriously because they're going to be like, okay, yeah, wise guy. Yeah, sure. Don't know what a fucking toaster is.
You have been banned from r/what is this thing?
Exactly. And then if they do find out, I still like they'll be like, I found out what a toaster is and I'm really mad at you. I'm going to be like, okay, fair point. But you got to admit, I rocked your shit there for a few years. For like 20 years of your life, I
You
fully
think you can-
convinced you.
You think you can make it go on for 20 years?
Easy. It's only once they move out when it's hard.
And I feel like that is such a good one because it's like it's not you're not convincing them a stove doesn't exist, right? Like that's like an unavoidable thing. And I feel like you could do that with certain other things too, like just sprinkle a few in there. Like if you wanted appliances, you could maybe do like a waffle iron. But I think a good one would be gaslighting them that lightning isn't real. Because you could be like, oh, really? So what you think happens is that when it gets rainy outside, sometimes beams of electricity come out of the clouds. That's what you're telling. Okay, sure. Yeah, all
You
right.
fucking idiot. Okay.
See, it'd
yeah,
be so,
sure.
that's a good one to do, right?
See, easy.
Tay feels
Easy.
uncomfy about this.
I'm a little uncomfy because we're getting close to science denial, and there are some parents that already do
we have to
that.
experiment on some children, okay?
Science
Whoa.
denial is okay if it's for things like
Science
funny.
denial is okay if it's funny.
science denial is okay if it's fun.
Gaslighting children is fine if it's goofy.
If it's harmlessly goofy, like what did I take away from them? Maybe of their total 20 years, like how often are you making toast, you know? Like, and how often are you going to make it if you don't know there's an easier way?
That's true. I use my toaster probably every day at least once.
Also, the fucking euphoria that they would feel toasting their first Eggo waffle when their
I
brain
gave
is
them that
fully developed.
experience then.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly.
I gave them a great experience at the end of the fucking rainbow. There's a pot of gold over this shitty rainbow that I've built.
I might be
built
on
for them.
Tay's side now. As soon as Tyler starts going, see, I gave you that. It makes me
See
feel
what-
different about it.
See what I did for you? See what I created the magic for you. I essentially
God.
did Disney World in real life for you. I made something magical.
Oh my God. And then when they talk about it, like when they're going to therapy, after they find out and they're going to therapy, and they're like, do you?
I've
like,
convinced them therapists
like-
don't exist. There's
No,
no,
no, no.
outward help.
They
anywhere.
no. They definitely have gone to
They
therapy at this
definitely
point.
get to go to therapy.
Definitely go to therapy. But then they try to bring it up to you like, Dad, why did you lie to me about toasters all these years? And you could be like, I didn't do that.
Classic parent move.
Classic.
Fuck, that's even better. That's a better
Yeah.
cap to it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you're
No, that
making
didn't
this
happen.
shit up. None of that fucking happened. And then I fucking die. And then I am holding a note when I die. So when I like shit my pants when I die and then my hand like uncurls, like, you know, when everything just like kind of like bleh, the muscles all go. There's a thing in my hand and they uncurl it and it's just a little drawing of a toaster and it says, I fucking got you. I got you so fucking good. It's unbelievable.
I guess it would be feasible to gaslight a kid for that long because for the longest time, I thought it was illegal to put like the lights in the car on while it was moving at night.
Yep.
I also thought that.
Yeah, I think all kids of our age thought that.
A collective gaslight incident, if you will.
What the fuck? My mom used to drive drunk and she's mad at me for fucking binging a light.
Okay.
It was the 70s and 80s. No one gave a shit. They didn't even have fucking seatbelts yet.
Not when Tyler was a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
No, she only did that when I was a teenager. God.
Mm.
I was old enough, you know? Okay. Here's what I want to talk about really quickly here. Because we got a question, and it's good, and it's not from Proppin, which I love the most thing about it.
I
Such
don't
an asshole.
understand this beef with Proppin.
Like what?
I don't understand it either, but at this point, I've
But you
too
feel
far
it.
into
You
it.
deeply feel it.
Like it's ingrained in your DNA.
It's kind
We
of
love,
like
we love
it's
Proppin here.
We
it's
love
kind of like it's like a blood feud where the next thing I'm going to do is gaslight my children into thinking that like the reason we're not billionaires is because Proppin took it away from us. So then my children grow up with a deep-seated hatred for Proppin, and they will eventually find, and I'm not responsible for their actions, Proppin, is all I'm saying.
Okay, no, you literally would be.
No, I'm not.
If you convinced them that this person was a bad person and indoctrinated them into thinking these things, it is your fault.
I don't see how that's my fault. I didn't pull the trigger.
If you are okay, nope. I'm not engaging with this one because it brings up deeper questions about our society, but go on with your funny goof.
Proppin, you get next week because you do have one that's really good. So Proppin, you get next week. This one right now because we don't have much more time left. This one is from Coyote Teeth, and it is, what is your toxic gaming trait? And the example that they gave was saving items, like until the very end, like just never using
good not to
items.
use.
Even when it's the time you should use it 100%.
Yep,
Yeah.
Like what's your toxic like gaming trait? Because mine is
When I get
I
spawn
think there's
killed, I
something-
slur.
God damn it.
that's not toxic. That's just a gaming trait.
Sorry,
that's
sorry.
That's just being a gamer.
That's just being a
Yeah.
gamer. And you'd be proud
Some of the
of
best
that,
gamers
okay?
I know have done the same.
Mine is that like I always think the developers are like hiding something from me. Like I think that there is a hidden Easter egg behind every single corner, behind every wall, behind any like I am if like the map is like a diamond shape, I am like zigzagging across that diamond shape to cover all of the ground in it. Even if I can see on the map that it's a dead end, I'm still going to that dead end, being like, well, what's here? Like, because I think there's a hidden something like, oh, this is actually the really high tier like equipment, and you can insta win the game if you get it. If you find it, but you got to find it.
What incident made you distrustful of game developers?
There is nothing. It's just, it's in my brain that actually, you know what? I bet it's the fucking COD Zombies shit. Where there's so many wild Easter eggs where it's like, okay, so if you like touch this part of the map and then you knife it and then you spin around and then the Wonder Waffle will fucking come out. And you're like,
Yeah, what the fuck? They really did kind of like play off of the playground rumor thing, right?
Yeah.
They're like, no, totally. There's a Mew under the truck. I swear to God, dude. I
Yeah,
heard
like
it
you have
on
to check
Nintendo
everything.
Power.
you have to fucking check literally everything. So I'm like, I'm not even like a completionist because I don't need the trophies whatsoever. Like, it's not any like, oh, I need 100% this. It's just they're hiding something from me and I'm going to find it. And there's nothing ever hidden. I have never once found anything that no one else hasn't found,
Something that I do is I will get right up to the point where it's going to be progression in a quest. I mostly play open world games. And so I'll get right up to the point where it's like about to be progression. But then for some reason, even if it's not going to lock anything off, I go, no, but I still want to run around and explore. So instead of gaining whatever items and levels and extra hearts or whatever I might gain from, let's say doing the Zora Temple in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm going to get right up to the point where I'm about to enter and then go, I'm not done exploring yet.
Yeah, like you think that everything is like games have been pretty fucking clear in the last 20 years. Like they make it really obvious. Like an NPC will like say something like, well, guess there's no going back after this. Like they make it so
and then a
fucking
big
obvious.
screen comes up that says, you finish any quests you have remaining from this point on, you will not be able to go back. But nope, even I know if I do it in Zelda, it's only going to be a benefit.
It's a net benefit, but I'm still like, whoa. Hold on. What if I get stuck in there and then
Hold on, I've got about 200 shrines to go, all right?
I know.
Yeah.
It'd be so much easier for the rest of the game if I would do the thing that it wants me to progress to do. Like I would get a new tool that would make the thing that I'm irritated about a million times easier.
100%.
But I'm like, what if there's something out here right now that I need to find? Because what if once I go in there, it locks off another area? It's never gonna fucking happen.
No.
I think my toxic gamer trait, if your game has an auto and a manual save, I will watch the auto save icon come up. But that's not stopping me from manually saving right afterwards.
Yep. 100%. It doesn't matter if I mean, that's with everything. I don't care if I see Adobe Premiere do the autosave. I'm going to
Yep.
immediately hit Command S right afterwards.
Yep, 100%.
I
trying
have
to think
another I have a really toxic one. Here's an actual toxic one that I
the bridge
did for
incident?
so many years, and I'm still to this day so proud of. Like, I would not initiate conversations, but back in the old days of Call of Duty lobbies, when you would stay with the same lobby throughout, like, game to game to game,
Oh, God.
and people could just look up your PSN profile and just cold open. Like they could just fucking shoot you a cold email right there on the PlayStation Network and send you a
Yep.
message like, go kill yourself, F slur. Like
Yep.
I would not
Do
initiate
that.
those. No, I was never messaging people, but I knew that if someone messaged me, they were already so mad that they were just a piece of clay in my hands that could be formed into the shape of being infinitely more mad than they thought previously possible.
Yeah.
So I would never initiate messages, but I would respond to them every time. Every fucking time. Where they'd be like, you fucking suck. Like, you suck at this game. And I'm like, oh yeah, you want a 1v1? And they're like, yeah, let's fucking 1v1, bro. And then I had two things that I would do. We'd either go to Rust and it'd be like, okay, we're doing quick scopes only. I thought ahead. You couldn't change classes back then. You couldn't like edit your loadout back then. You were locked in. So I always had my classes ready where like, yeah, I got the thing I'm going to start with, but I also have the class where I'm laying C4 all around Rust. And the second I see you walk into a spot, I'm blowing you up. And you are going to get so fucking mad because that's not the rule. You're fucking cheating. It's the best time.
You really played with fire, didn't you?
And then I also have the RPG loadout where you could get scavenger and an RPG and just constantly reload the RPG. You're never going to run out of ammo. So and they would get so fucking mad because they would try.
Did you ever do the thing where? Did you ever pull out a riot shield and just go in the corner?
No, but only because I was worried that they would have a way to like stick a grenade to me and kill me. Because what I was after is like they would take out like they didn't have like a rocket launcher or like an explosive loadout. Like I had my shit-eating grin loadout ready to go. They did not have that. They are serious players who are like, I got my fucking like my quick loadout, my stealth loadout, my all of that loadout.
Tyler,
I would just like they would try and like shoot at me with like a like a fully like just a rifle, like just the meta rifle in the game. But it doesn't matter. I have the RPG. I'm winning every fucking time, and they would get so goddamn mad. The other thing I would do is I would be sending messages like back and forth where they're like I'm getting them to a point where they're getting more mad and more mad and more mad, and then they just have to sit with it by themselves because I'd be like, okay, let me join your lobby. And then they'd open, okay, it's open. And I'm like, I can't join. And I'm not even
Oh
trying.
my god!
I wasn't even fucking trying to join. I was just like, your lobby's not open, pussy. What's the matter? You too afraid? And they're like, my lobby's open. And I'm like, obviously not, because I'm trying to join. And they're like, okay, I sent you an invite again. And I'm like, I didn't get it. Like,
Tyler, you are diabolical.
and they're so fucking mad at this point. They're like messaging me like, just fucking join already. And they've wasted 25 minutes of their night. I'm having the best time alone on my couch, just fucking laughing. Just like, no, I can't join, man. It's not, your lobby's not open.
Such a
Like,
psycho.
and then being like, oh, I bet your Wi-Fi is just really shitty. What do you live in like a really
Oh
shitty
my
part of town or
God.
something?
Oh, wow. You are advanced, dude.
It was the best fucking time. No, one time I just hit the nail like right on the head with someone and they logged off. And like looking back, do I feel bad about it? No, I'm still really proud of this one. Where it was like they were playing like it was like a kid playing like Gotham City Imposters, like a bullshit game, right? It was a stupid fucking game. And it's like a dad and his kid like playing together, and they're just like they're being so fucking annoying. They're just being assholes, right? Nothing gameplay related. They're just being mean, right? They're just being mean-spirited. So then, like, I was just heckling for a little while just to like prod and see what was there. But then I finally found the thing where I was just like, bro, it's like your one custody day. Shouldn't you guys be doing something other than playing games?
Tyler.
Whoa.
And they logged off. They fucking
Holy
logged
shit.
off after that one.
Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm
Proud
still
of that
really
one.
proud of
Oh
that.
my
I'm so
God,
proud of that
dude.
one.
You are a psychopath.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud of that one. That one was my favorite one of all time.
It's a hard cut. That's a real,
Wow.
it's a real deep cut.
Is it not like a really deep cut? Like if you were a parent and then a child online said to you, bro, it's your one custody day. Don't you think you should be doing something more meaningful than Gotham City Imposters? You'd take a step back and be like, fuck.
No.
God damn.
I'd be like, don't hit a child. Don't hit a child. Don't hit a child.
It's so fucked.
Yeah, sorry to that kid if that got taken out on you.
Oh my God.
I was just trying to piss off your dad.
Oh my God.
Sorry, bud. I was just trying to piss off your dad.
You know what else is trying to piss off your dad?
This show. So go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, or review. Really helps us out, gets us into curated lists, and helps us beat that algorithm. And if you want to join in the discourse, you can join our Discord, and the link for that will be in the description of wherever you're listening to the show.
You can also go to youtube.com/shapelessmedia. It's going to have this show and loads of other videos that you're just going to gobble up like a little hungry child and love
you're
it.
gonna-
Go and subscribe there.
Now, we've reached the point in the episode where we give you our final baseless claim of the week. It's just something that you're going to sit with for the weekend and just be like, huh, really? That's what they think? It's not based in anything. It's just fun, baby. It's just fun.
Today's date is May 30th. The next time you hear this show, it will be illegal to be straight.
I should probably start loosening up then.